Are you fascinated by other cultures? Does ancient history excite you? Are you good at collecting data? Then consider researching a career as an anthropologist. Anthropologists study the past and present nature of human cultures, societies, and languages. They also study and compare aspects of cultural frameworks, social structures, and languages, as well as the biological makeup, adaptations, and evolution of human beings and their primate kin. To get the artifacts on this fascinating career, we spoke to an anthropologist working in Alberta.
Hi, my name is Janelle and I'm an anthropologist. Anthropology is a four-field discipline. It includes cultural anthropology, so the study of cultures of the world, linguistic anthropology, the study of use of language as a human, archaeology, and physical anthropology, which includes primatology and human evolution, and forensic anthropology. Anthropologists may study material cultural remains, traditions, beliefs, or customs, or patterns of subsistence and settlement. This can involve interviewing, statistical data analysis, or scientific techniques. These can include chronometric dating, geographic information systems, artifact analysis, or stratigraphic mapping. I've just always been curious about the way people around the world experience life. You know, I love different languages, I love different food, people's ceremonies. I've had these incredible, rich, wonderful ethnographic experiences. There are anthropologists who specifically work for businesses, sometimes on a contract basis, sometimes within larger corporations, and they specifically help the company work with, say, overseas offices. Say I'm an anthropologist and I've worked in China, I might work for a company who has partnerships or business also in China, and I can help them understand those culturally derived behaviors so that they can understand each other. Anthropologists can also work in museums and policy-making organizations. It's not unusual for anthropologists to have government contracts or do government advising as well, because, I mean, we can all do better at understanding diversity in the country and abroad. I guess there's two types of typical days that cultural anthropologists might have. One is where we're teaching, lecturing, answering emails, so a lot of computer work. But then the other sort of typical day for us is doing field work, doing what we call ethnography. This is where we use a method called participant observation. We hang out with people, do the things they're doing. In some settings, I sit and take a lot of notes. Sometimes I film a lot if people are comfortable with it. Sometimes I take a lot of pictures or do sound recordings as we're walking. We might transcribe, but really we're just organizing all of that material, and then we write about it. I like to do a type of writing that the community can use and appreciate. That can become a museum exhibit, it can become community pamphlets, it can be posters that we put up, or even just community meetings where we present the material back. I really want my work to be approachable. I'm not trying to speak for communities, I'm trying to, again, exist in an interface of cross-cultural communication. People are giving me a gift that comes from their being in the world. And so I feel like there's a lot of responsibility involved in making sure that you represent well what people have shared with you. So I really believe in a feedback loop, like always going back to people and checking with them, making sure I'm getting it right, making sure that they still want that information to be shared. To be a fully practicing cultural anthropologist in an academic setting, you need a PhD. That being said, a master's in cultural anthropology is very employable. I worked for about 8 years between my master's and my PhD as a consulting research scientist or applied anthropologist. But also, a bachelor's degree in anthropology, you might not be doing physical applied cultural anthropology, but it's a really useful skill in a lot of workplaces. It's so diverse what you can apply that core concept of anthropology to. And so I would encourage people, if you're interested in anthropology, try some of those different parts of the field and don't be afraid to endure, because the rewards are great from studying it.
Anthropologists should be curious, analytical, patient, and enjoy research. Problem-solving skills and an attention to detail are key. If this sounds like you, then a career as an anthropologist may be the next step in your career evolution. Examine more details of this occupation, including training requirements and salary ranges, by going to the occupational profile on the ALICE website. While you're there, check out some related occupations, including curator, historian, and linguist. Explore the possibilities. Go to alice.alberta.ca.